Eternal. Let's start with the foundation. How did Eternal come together, and what was the moment you realized this group had something special that could represent the DMV on a legendary level?
Well, this was a long time in the making, basically like 15 years. Basically just knowing these guys as my brothers. We went from basically hanging out to basically going into rapping. And as we was rapping, I was rapping with them separately, started from Tone, working with Dez, and also working with Ghost. So eventually, after working one at a time, eventually I decided I thought it'd be best if we all come together because we all had the same hobby, which was rapping. And once we all came together, we started to explore our message. And then, to me, that's what made me say to myself, like, we're all showing our diversity within our flows. So that's what made me wanted to say we could build something better as a whole. You know, it's like the old saying, you know, united we stand, divided we fall.
Yeah, it's love. Yeah, that's right. That's sweet.
Okay. Each of you brings a unique background and style to the group, from Southeast, D.C. to Maryland and Northwest. How do your individual upbringings and neighborhood experiences shape your music, both lyrically and sonically?
Well, for me, you know what I'm saying, growing up uptown Northwest, you know, the side where the president resides, you know what I'm saying, I'm from one of the most iconic hoods in D.C. It shaped everything for me. You know, it made me not only talk about what's going on with the hood stuff, but also with going on with the politics and what's going on with our world. You know, being from that side of town, it's a great responsibility because I know, like, the passion that resides on that side of town. And so I got to talk about what's going on in that side of town. Southeast, coming from Southeast,
you know, my hood was, you know, a little terrible, but I wasn't this Ghost. I wasn't even going to start rapping for real, like, to be honest, but Antro, you know, come on, and we listening to music, and we start freestyling, and I get to rapping, and, you know, I used to rap about food all the time, you know, rap about cupcakes, but it rhymed and it made sense, you know what I'm saying? Like, it made sense, and he was like, hold up, like, hey, it's good.
And yes, this Dez right here, and coming from Montgomery County and PG, just basically both areas, I just put, you know, my focus in words, and, you know, basically I spent some time on the West Coast as well, so I was always into, like, West Coast flow and Midwest flow, so pretty much with the fast flow, I just wanted to see if I could do that in my own style, and there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your sound is described. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Basically, you know, just like all the guys said, you know, and me coming from Southeast and being raised in the D.C. and Maryland area, you know, with all our sounds, you know, we all had a similar message, you know, based on our day-to-day struggles and our lifestyle. So it really goes hand in hand once you talk to one of us, and basically we have a similar message to get out to the world.
Okay. Did I get all y'all this time?
Yep.
Okay. Your sound is described as hip-hop, political, and street. Can you break down how you weave political realities and street stories into your music, and why it's important to you to show both sides of D.C. and the DMV?
All right, well, you know what? One of the ways that we're able to do that is because, you know, D.C. is the background. D.C. is the backdrop. So we got to talk about what's going on in the city, whether that's Muriel Bowser, my man Desi, you know, on We Up Now, you know, he shout out Muriel Bowser talking about we've been running the streets like Muriel Bowser, plus the internet's ours. You know what I'm saying? We crashing all the web browsers. So you know what I'm saying? So that's what, You hear me? So that's one of the things that.
And that's so Muriel Bowser will hear it.
Yeah,
that's why I said that. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's true. You know, been running the city for years like Muriel Bowser.
Okay.
Wanted to make sure she heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
And that's one of the. So that's, you know what I mean? So Diamond, that's one of the ways that we weave the political as well as the street, what's going on from Frank's hood, Southeast Ghost hood, from Entro's hood, you know what I'm saying, from Dead's hood, my hood. We all intertwine what's going on in the city, you know, whether that be with the football team, you know, my man over here, you know, he represents, you know, I make fun of him all the time because he like the Ravens and shit. He like the Baltimore Ravens and shit, but he was born, you know what I mean? Like,
my brother-in-law likes the Ravens. I'm a Steelers fan, but he likes the Ravens.
Right. He likes the Ravens.
Yeah. So
yeah, my
overall,
sister's husband.
Yeah. See, as you can see, based on us being brothers, we have like similar topics, which is sports, you know, and music. So eventually having these everyday topics makes you want to put it in the rhymes and start, you know, basically speaking what's relatable, what's going on with current events, what's happening. So it makes it real, honestly, it makes it real easy for us to put hip-hop and politics and street all together because at the end of the day, we feel like we're surrounded by it on a day-to-day basis. So it makes it real easy for us to have these constant conversations that we have, whether we outside the booth or whether we just hanging out. And at the end of the day, it comes up and it makes beautiful music. Right.
Yeah. The DMV is known for its rich musical history, go-go, punk, and unique hip-hop culture. How do you draw from these local influences, and what elements of DC and Maryland music do you intentionally bring into internal sound?
Well, I drop a little bit before Tone drops the history gem. You know? Based on what DC brings, you know, of course the go-go sound is legendary. You had Chuck Brown, you got Wale, and you got the Backyard, and Junkyard,
Raheem Devon,
ECB. The legends within themselves. The one thing that always stayed in common, even though we're doing the same thing, is not only rapping but also getting the message out there. And I think at the end of the day, we've always been focusing on having a good time. That's the one thing I can actually say, no matter where you at, from the legends that you hear to even us now, that's the constant sound that you will always hear, that you're going to hear our music and you're going to have a good time. Yeah. So it's like from the past into the present, we're basically continuing that theme on having a good time, first and foremost.
Number one. So, you know, being from D.C. and seeing the amazing musical influence that we have, a lot of people don't even know. A lot of artists are from D.C. A lot of people didn't even know Marvin Gaye was from D.C. Marvin Gaye's from D.C. A lot of people didn't know that, Tony Braxton is from South PG. A lot of people didn't know this because many people, they got up and they left out of the city because there wasn't an infrastructure in D.C. for them to have to whereas they would be able to be like, damn, you know what I'm saying, like we could do it in D.C. So they either went to New York or they went to Atlanta or they went out west. Now, we going through here. We going through D.C., we going through Maryland, we going through VA, period. There's no question about that. The rich musical history that that Virginia got, with the Clips, with Missy Elliott, with Timberland,
Chris Brown.
with you know what I mean, Trey Pharrell,
Trey Songz,
whatever. You know what I mean? So exactly.
I'm from Richmond, so Virginia is my spot.
Exactly. So you get me on that. So we wanted to be the one. Ain't really no rap groups from D.C. for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Groups. So we trying to all solo type. So we trying to come off with that energy, whereas a collective could do it, similar to Wu-Tang, similar to Outkast and them. So
Okay. Let's talk about your creative process. Walk us through how a typical Eternal track is made, from the first beat to the final verse. Who usually sparks the idea, and how do you know when a song is truly finished?
I could definitely tell you're gonna get an earful with this one. honestly, we all spark an idea. But I know between either me or Tone, what happens is, you know, every now and then, because we all want to write, but our biggest thing always comes down to the production. So we're just looking for the beats, you know. So Tone may throw something every now and then, and he'll spark the idea. And, you know, we basically those instigators that make that idea enhance it and make it bigger than what it is. And next thing you know, once we get a hook, I think that really sets it off. The biggest thing for us is getting that hook on that beat, because that definitely let us know what topic we're going to talk about.
Yep.
Or whether I get a beat, you know what I'm saying, with the other producers, shout out to the ambiance, I go ahead and throw something out there, let people check it out, let the group hear it, and next thing you know, like, it's all depending on which one of the bros is feeling the vibe. And next thing you know, they'll be like, I come up with something, and we build on it. That's one thing I could definitely say, like, whoever sparks the idea, we're instantly on board with it. You know, it's not really too much disagreeing on it. If anything, we're trying to build on that idea and make it better than what it is. So that's the one thing I could definitely say. So all of us spark the idea, and I could definitely tell you based on the process of how we get the beats and everything is either the ambiance or tone, the regal. But definitely once we come to the final finished product of it and listening to everything, I think we'll all listen to it and say to ourselves what we can do or what we can't do about it, and then leave it from there. Exactly. We finalize.
When it comes to the verses, it's like, it ain't like if we don't like something about it, we're like, nah, bro, maybe you should say this or take this out, maybe you should say that, and then, you know, everything comes together.
Yeah, we're confident in our pens.
Exactly. Now on our new single, Vibes, you know, I say something about Angela Bassett of the Young.
Oh, no. This is going to go viral.
So you know, you're going to hear the song, Diamond, the Vibes. We about to do the video for it, and it's amazing. But at the same time, you know, I like to throw a little bit of controversy in there. You know what I mean? And you know, in the lines and everything. So, but that's one of the processes. You know, so that's one of the processes that we take, and you know, we just like to be controversial from DC. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. You've all faced different challenges, missed opportunities, industry setbacks, and personal growth. How have those struggles shaped the theme and message in your new album, Everlasting?
That's a strong one. I can definitely say, based on everything, because I'm not going to lie, me being the position that I am, you know what I'm saying, with these guys, like, with the opportunities that being missed, I've taken on the chin. I'm a passionate leader, first and foremost. The guys know that. So, you know, at the end of the day, has it been tough? Absolutely. But I think the biggest thing that really helped us was constant communication, you know, continuity, chemistry. And I think one of the biggest things was we never gave up on our pens. We always had the passion to rap, first and foremost. No matter what age, no matter what time, no matter what date, we was always willing to rap. And right now, based on what we're doing for this project of Everlasting, I think that's basically not only the stepping stone, but also the legacy builder for all of us. Because we basically been doing music for so long, but we haven't officially, like, put our stamp on it. And with this album, Everlasting, and based on the opportunities that have come by, this is just basically saying what you learn from it. We got the knowledge now. We did our research. And now basically this is us basically pressing a reset on 25 to let everybody know we here to stay.
We up now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We up.
I know that's right.
So coming back down now.
Freestyling and versatility are big parts of your reputation. How do you keep your skills sharp, and what role does, oh my goodness, improvisation, not good with words, play in your studio sessions and live performances?
Well, I could definitely say on that end, based on the freestyle, the guys look up to me.
Freestyle king.
The best way.
Freestyle king.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Freestyle.
The best way I can explain this is that, you know, for me in the process of it, freestyling is like basically having, how can I say it? When you're improvising, it's like in my mind, basically I take on current events and also challenges with words, letters, and basically see if it could be, you know what I'm saying, used and displayed in so many ways. But the one thing that I do for the guys is that one of the things, if I'm freestyling, I know for a fact if I get started, they're going to want to do it as well.
Oh, yeah,
that's the thing. So eventually I become the spark when it comes to the freestyling part to get the party going. Because make no mistake, once you build on one idea, the other one wants to build on the next. So to make it better, that's the one thing I love about us. We're willing to make ourselves better with each freestyle and willing to show our versatility. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dez. Dez has shown us his auto-tune skills. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, the versatility on the microphone. Yeah. So at the end of the day, we're willing to push each other's pins.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Right. Just try to do something different, you know. Exactly. Yeah, because I always used to sing every now and then, so I was like, okay, you know what? Let's try and do this auto-tune real quick. So then that's how the auto-tune with vibes on the hook and then We Up Now. I was like, okay, now it's time to do a verse auto-tune, so there it is.
So freestyling definitely expands on our versatility with our pens, and I genuinely be the spark of it, but I know once I spark something, the guys ain't going to let me down. I trust my brothers that they're going to be willing to push each other forward.
After the first song, the first track, after the first track I did in the booth, I say, I can do this. Like, anytime somebody freestyle, I'm like, I gotta jump in. I gotta jump in.
It definitely creates inspiration for one another to make out greatness.
Yes, and it's like we provide an energy also, so we feed off each other's energy. So one person do it, we all gonna do it.
That's it.
All right. DMV slang and culture are all over your music. For listeners outside of the area that don't know us, because I'm in the DMV, what are some phrases? What are some phrases or references in your songs that you want people to understand, and why are they important to your identity?
Real life. I'm gonna keep it 100. Real life. Yeah, real life. Kill.
See, I'm out there, you know, they say real life Fox 5.
I
heard that.
So at the end of the real life, that's first and foremost. What's up, Slang? You know,
and torch.
See,
so torch mean everything on fire. So.
Yeah, so it's basically like, you know, just the trademark of just keeping it real funny. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, just straight to the point and you're getting serious. So definitely the slang that you heard from us, that's basically what we stand on first and foremost. You would definitely hear that through the project. You know what I mean?
Okay. All right. Looking at the hip-hop landscape today, how do you balance honoring classic DMV sounds and legends while pushing the genre forward with your own style?
Well, you know, the thing is that there is none. There is no, like, real background for DC hip-hop. You know what I mean? I mean, we could say Wale, but, you know, he's kind of all over the place with his. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he's, you know, lyrical, but at the same time, you know, he's making radio hits for the women. You know, we could talk about, you know, you know what I mean?
I like Wale.
I love Wale too. I love him too. But in terms of a big influence. But you know, in terms of like a background, sound, there really is none. So we take from like everything, and you know, you know what I mean? We just take from everything because you know we take from West Coast influence. You know, I'm a big Dr. Dre fan. We take from the South. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I take from the you know, the classic boom bap style from New York back in the days until now. But you know, in terms of that, we're gonna set our own legacy. We're gonna set our own you know, for what's going on right now in the city. We're gonna be that new, but at the same time taking away from the, you know, taking something from the old school as well.
Okay. What's next for Eternal? Are there any upcoming collaborations, visuals, or community projects you're excited about? And what can fans expect for you in the next year?
Wow, man! First of all, I think we could talk with as of today, we are working on our second single for our album Everlasting called.
You
will also be hearing a feature artist on there, which is my wife, Bumblebee.
Baby sis.
Hello. You know what I mean? That's on the project. She's on a couple of the songs as well. But also, a lot of things that we're working on is building a campaign. We're setting up a listening party for our project as well. And also, we're going to be basically going out, performing, taking it back to where it all started. You know what I'm saying? Going to, you know, different lounges and also different venues that you'll see. You'll see us all over Uptown and possibly all over the DMV area, because we would definitely be performing. Definitely August 16th will be our listening party. You know, definitely the project, you know, Everlasting, we have 16 tracks on there. So there's definitely a lot. The one thing I could definitely say by the next year that we hit is that the success and the grind will be built as we moving into our first project. You know, so we're just building off that. This is just a stepping stone right here. Just to let everybody know we're the new trailblazers and we are here to stay.
I know that's right. All right, well, let everybody know where they can find y'all on social media.
Oh, Tone, you can do that.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I got
This is the best part right here.
All right, so 202 Legendary Everlasting on Instagram. That's Eternal with the 5. We also on TikTok, Eternal with the 5. We also on Twitter, Eternal with the 5. You understand? So, you know, you always see the guys, you know, with the picture if they want to see it. You know what I mean? That's how you know it's us. ET5, you know what I mean? RNAL. Say it again. ET5, RNAL, Eternal. You know what I mean? So we doing it. We doing it big. We about to start the YouTube channel as well. And with all our videos, with the lyric videos, with the you know, anything that we done did, the performances that we did with DMV Impact, U Street TV. Shout out to my man Carlos. You know, we just gonna put it down for the city. We gonna put it down, and it's time. It's been time, Diamond. And once again, you know, we wanted to thank you so much for everything.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's been an honor interviewing you guys. Y'all are funny. I really enjoyed this.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Really appreciate it.